Hey guys, ready for part two? Because we're going to be doing part two is the Blu-rays. I have a lot more Blu-rays than I do DVDs. I actually have I have them in three piles over here, my Blu-rays. Um, I don't know how many Blu-rays I think I almost have 100 if I'm correct. I don't have nearly as many Blu-rays as every other Blu-ray collector out there. As I said though, I'm going to try and expand it more. Hopefully there's enough room on my bookshelf. I'm going to try and expand my Blu-ray collection more. I turned my TV off so that way you guys hopefully won't see any glare on these. So as I said, I'm going to be getting some more stuff as soon as I start getting paid more and I start saving up like some more money to buy some of this stuff with, to buy some more movies with and all that. So yeah, so without further ado, Supergirl and I are ready. I'm wearing my Supergirl shirt. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's Supergirl. So Supergirl and I are ready. Let's do this. These are all in alphabetical order, so we're going to get started here with 101 Dalmatians. It's an okay Disney movie, if you ask me. I've watched it maybe like once or twice. I just, it's okay, as I said. There's really ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just, I love Cruella. Because she's hilarious, and it's a good movie though. Nonetheless, it's really good. I gotta bend down to put these back on the shelf here. All right. Then next up we have Aladdin. Has anyone seen the live action version yet? Because I don't know if I'm gonna go check out the live action version of Aladdin because it just wouldn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me without Robin Williams. I'm gonna hold it over here. See how much. Okay, yeah, there we go. There. Now that's showing you how shiny it is. It's a really great film. If you haven't seen Aladdin, then what's wrong with you? Seriously, it's a great movie. Highly recommend it. As I said, I might go see the live action remake. I'm contemplating whether or not to. All right. And next up we have Alice in Wonderland. You want to talk about a weird movie? Look no further than this. This movie is also meh for me. I just can't get into it. It's so weird. That's why. It's a weird movie. That's probably why I can't, get into it, because it's a weird movie, and I just don't see myself, watching it over and over again. I will if I watch all my movies, in alphabetical order, which I like doing sometimes. But, yeah, it's just a weird movie. Alright, that's the 60th anniversary release, I think. Alright, then next up we have Anastasia. Really great non-Disney animated movie. Well, I guess now it technically is Disney, since Disney bought Fox, which made this movie. Yeah, was it? Yeah, 20th Century Fox made this movie. So I guess now people can finally say that Anastasia is a Disney princess. But, really great movie. Highly recommend you watch it if you haven't seen Anastasia. It's a really great movie. I highly recommend you check it out. It's really good. Alright, then next up we have A Bad Mom's Christmas. The sequel to Bad Moms. I haven't watched this yet. I really want to watch it. I'm waiting until Christmas to watch it. Bad Moms was hilarious. I have a feeling this one's going to be even more hilarious. Can't wait to watch this movie. It just looks really, really funny. I love Kristen Bell and Mila Kunis and Kathryn Hahn as the main moms in this movie. They're really hilarious. Alright, then next up we have Bambi, a Disney movie that's also avoided me for a long time until they finally re-released it for the Signature Collection. Not too big a fan of Bambi. I just don't see the appeal for it. I need it for my Disney movies, but I haven't really watched it yet, and I don't know. It's okay, as I said. Just doesn't do it for me. Oh. Alright, next up we have Beauty and the Beast, another Disney movie that avoided me for a long time because the Diamond Edition was so expensive on Amazon that I wasn't paying the ridiculous prices for it. So I was actually happy when they released it for the 25th anniversary and on the Walt Disney Signature Collection. So when I saw it, I'm like, yes, finally I can get Beauty and the Beast, because I absolutely love this movie. It's probably maybe my third favorite Disney movie of all time. Third or fourth, it's a toss up. I absolutely love this movie though. It is really great. If you haven't watched Beauty and the Beast, what have you been doing with your life? This one is the best version. The live action version was okay, but I like this one a lot better. I can watch this over and over and still just love it. Alright, next up we have Big Hero 6. Another really great Disney movie. I especially love this guy, Baymax. Baymax is hilarious. He makes the movie for me. Really great movie. Really wish I had a slipcover for this, but I mean, I don't know. I'm planning on getting one soon. Sorry, my shirt keeps coming up. Alright, next up then we have Brave. Again, another one of the few Pixar movies I've actually seen. I saw this in theaters with my sister and my dad. I didn't think it was too bad of a movie, so that's why I got it on Blu-ray here. Got this at FYE also. So yeah, highly recommend you check out Brave. Alright, next up we have Christmas Vacation. Really fun Christmas movie to watch. I mean, it is hilarious. If you love funny Christmas movies, then look no further than this. This is really hilarious. I love this movie so much. I watch it every year at Christmas with my dad because it's his favorite Christmas movie to watch too. It's just so funny. Alright, then next up we have The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Another movie I cannot get enough of. Like, I want to watch this movie right now. I've been watching Arrow because I'm trying to get into Arrow and I'm already into it. So I'm on season 3 of Arrow. So I might take a break from that though and pop this in the Blu-ray and watch it because it's such a great movie. I love this movie so much. As I said, I can't get enough of it. I love this movie. I believe I got this from Amazon. And it was because like it was at a pretty decent price, like $12 I would say. I really love this movie. I cannot express to you how much I love this movie. This is a really great movie. Highly recommend you check out this one. This one is probably the best of the Narnia movies in my opinion. I absolutely love this movie. Alright, next up then we have the not so great Narnia movie, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I didn't like this one as much as I liked the other two. I'm missing Prince Caspian. I'm planning on getting that too as soon as I get paid, just so I can have all 3 of the Narnia movies. But as I said, yeah, Prince Caspian is the only one I'm missing, so I have this one. I got this in the $5 bin at Walmart, I believe. And so, yeah, I don't recommend you watch this one. This one's just not that great. Alright, then finally for the first pile, Cinderella, the live action remake, which I really I don't like all that much. I like the animated one much better than not to say the live action one is terrible or anything, but mostly I just got it for the Frozen Fever short that was aired before it. I didn't like it all that much. I like the animated one much better. I do want to get the animated Cinderella because I love that one much better than this one. But I mean, yeah, as I said, if you hear that barking, that's my dog. He's just another story. Alright, next up, continuing on, we have Frozen. I cannot wait until Frozen 2 comes out. I am really excited for Frozen 2 because I loved Frozen. But the song, the hype and all that kind of got worn out after a while. Cannot wait until Frozen 2 comes out. I'm really excited for that. I'm definitely going to go see that. The 2 biggest movies I want to see this year are Frozen 2 and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So, those are the 2 big movies on my agenda, and Maleficent, Mistress of All Evil. I'm going to try and see all those. So, yeah, Frozen, absolutely love this movie. And, alright, next up, then we have Gettysburg. Haven't watched it, so I really can't tell you my opinion on it. I'm trying to get my camera to focus. I do maybe want to watch it one day, just don't know when. Because it's a pretty long movie. It's like 3 hours or so. And then we have the prequel to Gettysburg, which is Gods and Generals. So again, haven't watched it yet. Might give it a watch here soon. And then we have Hercules, another really underrated Disney movie. I love this film so much. My favorite character is probably either Meg or Hades, but I really, really love this movie. If you haven't seen Hercules, Disney's version of Hercules, then where have you been? This is a really great film. I highly recommend you watch it. It's really, really good. Alright, and then next up, I actually have 2 copies of this movie, which is Hocus Pocus, and then I have the 25th anniversary release that they did last year, I think, for the 25th anniversary. Absolutely love this movie. This is probably my favorite movie to watch at Halloween, probably because it's just so hilarious. I mean, I watched it for the first time last year, I believe, or the year before that, because I had never seen it prior, and I fell in love with it. I love Hocus Pocus, and I love how on Freeform it just marathons it all day on Halloween, because it is such a funny movie. I mean, I love this movie so much. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy are really, really funny as the witches in here. I mean, they're both on the cover. I mean, they're all hilarious. I love all 3 of them. They're funny. They make the movie, if you ask me, in my opinion. All 3 of them make the movie. It's hilarious. All right. Next up, we have The Hunchback of Notre Dame and The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is probably my second favorite Disney movie of all time, because I just love it so much. The first one is really, really good. The second one is terrible. I don't even know why they made a second one. I mean, the second one, it didn't feel the same without Frollo in it. That's why I love the first one so much, because of Frollo as the villain. He makes the movie, if you ask me. He makes The Hunchback of Notre Dame for me, because he's such a diabolical villain. And he has a conscience. He's the only Disney villain that has a conscience, and he thinks what he's doing is right. And that's why I love this movie so much, because Frollo makes the movie for me, if you ask me. Not that I don't love any of the other characters and all, but I'm just saying Frollo makes this movie for me. If you haven't seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame, I highly recommend you check it out. It's a really great movie. Alright, then next up we have, The Hunger Games. Really, really great film. I love Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen. I can watch this one over and over again. I love the first film, the first Hunger Games movie. This is the 2-disc Blu-ray, by the way. I really love The Hunger Games. Cannot get enough of it. Didn't really think I'd like it at first until I watched the first movie. And, and then I read the books. And then we have the sequel, Catching Fire, which is even better than the first movie. This is my favorite of the Hunger Games films. I love Catching Fire so much, like everybody else. It seems like everybody else loves Catching Fire. I can see why. It's such a good movie. I mean, as I said, it's one of those few in like a movie franchise where the sequel is better than the original. But yeah, Catching Fire is really great. If you haven't seen, who hasn't seen Catching Fire? And then, of course, we have Mockingjay Part 1, which was probably my least favorite of the Hunger Games movies. And then we have Mockingjay Part 2, which was the epic ending. I really loved Mockingjay Part 2. I thought they ended it good. And these keep falling over. That's why I'm getting so upset, because these keep falling over. Nah. Alright, and then we have Incredibles 2. I know I need The Incredibles, but I loved Incredibles 2. It took them this long to make this movie. I mean, seriously, we had to wait, 15, 16 years for the sequel to come out. And boy, did they deliver. It was worth the wait to finally get Incredibles 2. I need to get the first Incredibles. Incredibles 2 was really great. I loved it so much. And next up, we have Inside Out, another one of the very few Pixar movies you will see in my collection, because I like this movie. I love it. It's really funny at some points. I love Amy Poehler, how she voices Joy. I love her as the voice of Joy. And then we have The Jungle Book, another meh Disney movie. This is my mom's favorite Disney movie because it came out the year she was born, or the year after she was born, so that's why it's her favorite. It's meh for me. And then we have Jurassic Park, what has not been said about this movie? I love Jurassic Park. Favorite dinosaur movie ever. And my favorite of the Jurassic Park franchise. I love, love. And I love this slipcover too. I mean, that is one of the most iconic scenes in the movie. So yeah, I really love the slipcover for that. And then we have, of course, the sequel, The Lost World. I like this slipcover too. This is probably my least favorite, though, of all the Jurassic movies. Just didn't like it all that much. I love the slipcover, though. And then we have Jurassic Park 3. Everyone always hates on this one, but I actually thought this one was pretty good. It was better than Lost World, in my opinion. I really love this. I really like this movie, Jurassic Park 3. And then, of course, we have Jurassic World. Another great movie, and I didn't know that Lena Luthor was in here. The actress who plays Lena Luthor in Supergirl is in this movie. She's the assistant to, she's Claire's assistant that gets eaten by that gets picked up by the pterodons and then gets eaten by the mosasaur. So, yeah, I really love Jurassic World. And then, of course, we have Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. I haven't watched this yet. I really, really want to get around to watching it. I just need more time. I'll probably get around to watching it here over the summer. So, yeah. So, yeah, I have all the Jurassic movies. Alright, and then we have Justice League. I finally got around to watching this. I actually watched this with my parents, and they loved it too. I don't see the hate for this movie. I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I thought it was a good movie, you know. My favorite performance is probably Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and I really hope this gets a sequel. But I highly doubt it since a lot of the actors are all leaving except for Gal Gadot. She's still playing Wonder Woman for the sequel. But yeah, I really loved this movie. It had humor, and I mean, it was a good film all around. That's another thing too. I want to expand my DC collection, so I'm gonna work on that too. And then we have the Lego Movie. I just don't see the appeal for the Lego Movie. I didn't like it all that much. I mean, I have the song stuck in my head, and there they go again. Then we have The Little Mermaid. This is the Diamond Edition. This is my favorite Disney movie of all time. I love The Little Mermaid. Absolutely love it. Love the story. So, imagine your surprise when you see... Hold on. I'm trying to get everything all fixed up and all that. Alright, so imagine your surprise when you see that I also have the Signature Collection released for the 30th anniversary this year that they released. I actually like this slipcover better than the other one. As I said, I love The Little Mermaid so much. This is my favorite Disney movie of all time, so I couldn't resist getting this copy of it. I just love it so much. I love The Little Mermaid. I'm in love with it so much. Ariel is like me all the time. And then we have the sequels to it, which is The Little Mermaid 2 and The Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginning. Really great. These are one of the few great like Disney sequels. Well, this one's a sequel, this one's a prequel. But I like watching all three of the Little Mermaid movies. They're so good. I just love them. I hope Disney does a live action version of The Little Mermaid and they don't screw it up. Not that they've been screwing up their other... Why can't I get that? There we go. These are getting harder to put back on. Then next up, my second favorite Disney movie of all time, The Lion King. I cannot wait until the live-action version of this comes out. Absolutely love The Lion King. So happy I finally got it on Blu-ray. I'm glad they re-released it for the Signature Collection, though, because I said the Diamond Edition was really expensive, so I waited till they released it on the Signature Collection, and now I got it. I really love the slipcover they chose for it, too. As I said, cannot wait to see the live-action version of this. That's also one of the movies I want to see, too, the live-action version of The Lion King. Yes, I will take tissues. I'm probably going to need them for when Mufasa dies. And then we have the sequel, which is The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Really, another one of the very few great Disney sequels. I love this movie as much as I love the first one. So... And then The Lion King 1.5. I finally have all the Lion King movies on Blu-ray now instead of VHS. This one isn't too bad either. I like how it's told, like Timon and Pumbaa are telling this story. And they're telling their story too, like their origin story. I love it so much. It's hilarious because Timon and Pumbaa are just so funny. And then we have Maleficent. I cannot wait till the sequel, Maleficent, Mistress of All Evil, comes out too. I'm definitely going to go see it. because I loved Maleficent. I love Angelina Jolie as Maleficent because she's very creepy looking as Maleficent. But I mean, Maleficent's one of my favorite Disney villains. She's my second favorite behind Frollo. So I cannot wait until the sequel, and this is a really great movie. I highly recommend you check it out. Elle Fanning, is that her name? Elle Fanning? Yeah, she played Aurora in that movie. Then we have Mary Poppins. I haven't watched this movie in a while, so I need to get around to watching it again. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I just haven't watched it in forever, so I do plan on getting around to watching that again soon. Then we have The Meg. Talk about more lame shark movies. I might watch this after this because Ruby Rose is in this movie, and she's going to be starring in the new Batwoman series that's coming to the CW. So, I also want to watch The Meg because, as I said, another dumb shark movie. But anyway, I haven't watched it yet, so I do want to get around to watching it, though. I probably will. As I said, though, I'm going to watch it because Ruby Rose is in it, too. Then we have Mulan and Mulan 2. Another one of my favorite Disney movies. Well, Mulan is. Mulan 2 is just... Why? I didn't see the need for Mulan 2, but... Mulan is great. Mulan 2, not so great. But I absolutely love Mulan. She's also another one of my favorite Disney princesses. I'm trying to get you better. Sorry for that glare. I love Mulan. And then here we go. Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, which is the third and final of Night at the Museum movies. I have the other two on DVD, as you saw in the first part. This was a great way to end the series, to end the trilogy. And Robin Williams' final performance as Teddy Roosevelt. And he did really good playing Teddy Roosevelt in these movies. So, yeah. Highly recommend you check it out. Rami Malek was good in it, too. I plan on getting Bohemian Rhapsody because I love Queen. So, I mean, yeah. Then we have Oliver and Company, another underrated Disney movie, which I can see why. I mean, I love... As I said, this is another meh Disney movie, but I love how Billy Joel voices the one dog. That's why he's such a good singer. Then we have a great prequel, Oz the Great and Powerful. I love Oz the Great and Powerful. It is such a great prequel. I love Mila Kunis as the Wicked Witch of the West in here. I mean, and I love this cover because, I mean, if you can, hopefully you guys can see it. But I just love it so much. I haven't watched this movie in forever. I need to get around to watching it again. Then we have Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which I finally watched on Star Wars Day because I was trying to marathon all the Star Wars movies. Finally watched it. I actually liked it. I did like it. I thought it, as I said, it lived up to the hype everyone had for it. I can see why everyone loved it. It was a good movie. I didn't think it was too bad. I love Darth Vader in this movie. I just loved this. This was a good movie, surprisingly. And then we have Peter Pan. Another meh Disney movie for me. It's my sister's favorite. She loves Peter Pan. I'm not too big a fan of Peter Pan, but I mean, as I said, it's for my Disney movie collection that I'm trying to grow. And then we have Second Act, starring Jennifer Lopez. It's a really great movie. I guess it's kind of a rom-com, but it's like... I love this movie so much. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you check it out. It's really, really great. It's kind of like Jennifer Lopez's character, kind of just gets a second act. Her character gets a second act from her first. So does that mean she gets another chance at her life and all that? And it's a great movie. Highly recommend you check it out. As I said, Jennifer Lopez is great in it. Alright, and then I have two copies of this movie. We have Sleeping Beauty, the 50th Anniversary Platinum Edition, and then Sleeping Beauty, the Diamond Edition. I like this slipcover a lot more because they're standing back to back with each other on here. This one's not too bad either. This one also has the slipcover that opens up. But as I said, I like this slipcover a lot better. Another really great Disney movie, Sleeping Beauty. I highly recommend you check it out. That's another one of my favorites. Then we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Another Disney movie that avoided me for the longest time. Haven't watched it in a while. I need to get around to watching it. Glad this was the first release for the Signature Collection like it was for the Diamond Edition. Because it's the first Disney movie, so yeah. Then we have Solo, a Star Wars story. I really loved this movie. I loved seeing a young Han Solo and what was he doing during all this time before he met Luke and Leia and all them, and how he met Chewie. Really great, I guess, origin story for Han Solo. I loved it. It's a really great movie. Highly recommend you check it out. Then we have the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. I loved it because, I mean, it's SpongeBob. I love anything SpongeBob. So, yeah, I love how there's superheroes in there. And then we have Star Wars The Force Awakens, another, I guess, a great beginning of the sequel trilogy. I loved the new characters we got introduced to, like Rey and Finn and Poe. Rey is my favorite of the new characters. I love Rey. Really great movie. And then, of course, we got the sequel, which is The Last Jedi. I don't see all the hate for this. I actually like this one better than Force Awakens. I know everybody has mixed opinions, mixed feelings on this movie. I love The Last Jedi. I loved it more than Force Awakens, and I cannot wait until The Rise of Skywalker comes out in December. Oops. Then we have Star Wars The Clone Wars, the movie, which was the first Star Wars movie I ever saw in theaters. Really great movie, really great beginning to the TV series. So, yeah. Oops. Next up, we have Titanic, which was autographed by Mr. Billy Zane himself, who is in this movie. He plays Cal, Rose's fiance, Cal. I got him to sign this at Steel City Con. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, he signed it. I love Kate and Leo in this movie. This is my favorite movie of all time. I cannot get enough of this movie. I just love it to death. I absolutely love it. It's a really great movie, and I'm really happy that I got Billy Zane to sign my copy of it for me. And I absolutely love this movie. It's such a great movie. Favorite movie of all time, as I said. Alright, and then finally, we're ending the Blu-rays with a bang here. And what I mean is Wonder Woman! I absolutely love Wonder Woman. It's my favorite of the DC movies. I can see why. It's everyone's favorite of the DC movies because it's the best one so far that we've had. I absolutely love Wonder Woman. Cannot wait until Wonder Woman 1984 comes out next year. So yeah, really, really great movie. If you haven't seen it, then what have you been doing with your life? Hopefully I can fit that in there. Okay. Alright, so that was the ending of part 2, which was my Blu-rays. Stick around for part 3, which is going to be my TV shows, box sets, and steelbooks. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in those videos.